Hey, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Hopefully everyone's chilling. I want to first off say, hey, thank you for everybody who pulled up on episode 1 of Game of Thrones on the YouTube channel. I thought that was actually pretty dope to see that there's going to be some people that'll be alongside this journey for me, and a bunch of people kept saying, hello, my sweet summer child, or something like that, and it was terrifying to me. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. But a lot of people kept talking about dialogue and how you should pay attention to dialogue and look at the map and stuff like that, and honestly, it kind of makes me, like, laugh a little bit. It just gives me firsthand, like, the experience that people get when I try to tell them about One Piece, which, again, is my favorite show ever. And I'm just like, yo, pay attention to the characters. What they say is so important. They gonna reference it in episode 800, even though it's episode 10, you know? And so I just think it's actually super, super funny that a lot of people are saying very similar things. And it's just like so funny to be on the other end of that. But honestly, a lot of people told me to take notes and stuff. And I was like, you know what? That makes so much sense. So I actually went back and I took some notes. I got some notes, bro. And these are like really just things that I wanted to bring up to you guys. I just want people to know, like, the way that I speak, generally, honestly, like, I kind of keep things to a minimum sometimes, because early on in my reacting days, I used to like feel like I was getting told that I would talk a lot, talk too much, ask too many questions, etc. So like I kind of am still reserved in some aspects, unless it's like certain content, certain types of shows that I kind of tend to speak more. So these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to just share with you guys. And one, just because I'm like showing like an emotion or saying like, yo, bro, he's an asshole. Speaking of, like, I think his name's Tyrion, the dwarf. He honestly is probably one of the better characters so far. That guy seems like he is probably one of the few good guys. And I mean, from the good guys I think we have in the show, I'm thinking of Arya, I'm thinking of Tyrion, and I'm also thinking of Jon, which this episode is called Lord Snow. So like those three people so far are the good people in my head. Oh, I also like Daenerys too. Also, I wanted to say, like, Sansa, I know I expressed my dislike of Sansa, or Sansa, let me know the pronunciation, alongside Joffrey in the same episode. And truly, I kind of have to stand on that, because I do feel like playing in the middle isn't really a good thing. And especially because people say, you know, family's everything. I don't think family's all you got, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, family should be held in a high regard, especially if you have a good family. And so I kind of feel like your little sister, you know, like, you should definitely be looking out for her. He almost killed your little sister. He was swinging that thing with the intent of harm, and he showed his intent with the butcher's boy. She probably did know that if she did go against him, since she's supposed to be marrying him in the future, that could cause complications for her or her family. Maybe she also is just feeling a way like she has to do anything she can to become queen, because of the effects of being called pretty and being told you're gonna be the next queen and all of this stuff, all as a young kid. Maybe you get either naive, or you think that that's all you have. I kind of think that people being told only surface level things like that could make you think that that's all you have. So maybe that is how Sansa feels. Maybe she's just like, yo, if this is all I have, I need to be a queen by any means at all costs. And maybe that is what started to kind of shape her mind. I just hope that she has like this character development arc, because she needs to know that she can't be doing her fam like that. Like, let me know, if you become queen, does that then make everything better for your family too? Because it seems like you have to leave to go to the King's Landing and leave your family where they are. I don't know, but you guys let me know down below. Of course, with no spoilers. Also, I want to mention, I guess her name's Cat. I didn't really like, and I mentioned that, and when it was happening, I'm like, why is she being that like that to him? Let him just say bye to Bran. Let him just, you know, she's like, I just would like you to leave. He's being supportive. He's just trying to say bye to his sibling, because his sibling treated him like a sibling. His sibling didn't have the same harbored emotions that you do, right? And so I just thought it wasn't cool that she was being that way to Jon when she had the nerve to be laying in bed with Ned. Talk about some, I will never let him take you from me again. I'm like, bro, be mad at him. What did Jon do but be bored and be a good sibling and denounce his last name, even though it really is his? You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't deserve that, bro. And Kat is just on some really weird stuff. Like, don't be in bed with Ned saying that he cheated on you and left 17 years ago, and you don't want him to do it again, and you're gonna beg and plead him to say, but you're gonna be mad of the result? I don't know. I don't know what type of circumstances he was on, but either way. Also, speaking of Daenerys, I'm very attached to her. I feel for her, the way that she keeps looking at those eggs, that those dragons are gonna come out. And I think I asked, like, yo, so is the Targaryen, is that what the House of Dragons show is being made about right now? And then also, they're obviously alluding towards those getting hatched, because when I played Power World, you know, you put these fires around the egg incubators to hatch the eggs. And so I think that them putting those candles next to those eggs and kind of hinting towards this being her reality every day. So those candles will be lit around those eggs every day that they're gonna hatch a dragon. And I think it'd be pretty cool to see what a 2014 dragon looked like in the show. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to also have the conversation be opened up for that bit right there where she was talking about learning from the sex slave, sadly, who learned at 9 how to do the things that she did to take control of a man. It kind of like the way that the dialogue was set up and the way that everything happened, it kind of made me feel like she was actually trying to please that guy, Drogo. And I really hope that's not the case. I feel like that's going to be very sad if that is the case, but it also could just be, in my head, I'm just looking for her to be just this smart badass who is, you know, in this horrible situation that overcomes, and she's just really thinking big picture. And I also didn't like that the fact that like they looked like they had like a connection. They was making eye contact. It looked like they even almost kissed. And I'm like, yo, no, don't give him that. You know, but I mean, I guess if you're gonna play the role and, you know, do this to the best of your abilities the way that you can, then I guess just kind of making me worried for the situation. Let's go ahead and jump into episode 3. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed like the little like reflection points. I'll probably try to have them at the end of the episodes rather than the beginning, but let me know your thoughts on that down below. And of course, if you're over on YouTube, do me a favor, drop a like in the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody who's been pulling up and down for the ride, especially people who have been here on this channel, and also those who have found me from the K-pop channel. That's dope. And then if you found me from searching Game of Thrones, bro, that is crazy. Like, I'm just little old me. So I appreciate you guys. And also feel free to know that I am posting these videos unedited, early, and uncut over on the Patreon. If you guys want to support the channel and help me, pretty much, this is literally how these videos are going up on YouTube. I am literally sending these to my editor. He's hooking them up for me and helping us get these out. So if you guys want to help me get more and the rest of season 1 out, then please check out the Patreon. Some of you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into episode 3. There we go. Okay. Literally, this is what I have to write with, bro. I don't have a regular pen. This shit is fat. Okay, I thought I was ready to watch this episode, but as the outro or the intro comes to a close, I'm kind of like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh. Okay. So is there like a ceremony that he has to do to be not called Lord Stark? Yeah, bro. Look, this is, I know it's not the same, but this is making me think of the 100, bro.
About time we had some stern northern leadership.
Glad to see you're protecting the throne.
Sturdy old thing. How many kings are...
Sturdy old thing.
What's the line? The king shits and the hand wipes.
Oh!
Some armor.
Whoa!
Scratch on it.
I know.
Oh, cooked!
People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Chosen your opponents wisely then.
Oh, yo, their back and forth is crazy right now, dude. Like, neither of them are letting up. Yo, that armor look like you don't even be fighting for real. Oh, that's because they don't touch me. Oh, you keep choosing the weak links. Oh, that's so tough.
He was very brave, your brother, like your father.
And now he's about to cook his peeps. Wow.
To die like that. Nobody deserves to die like that.
But you just stood there and watched.
100 men just stood there and watched. 500 men, and this room was silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course.
This dude is shit.
When I watched the Mad King die, I remembered him laughing as your father burned. It felt like justice.
How do you live here?
The night you were avenging my father when you shoved your sword in Aerys Targaryen's back.
Tell me, if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
You served him well. When serving was safe.
Huh. You served him well when it was safe. You stabbed the king in the back. And I guess that's like a knight's honor thing too here, right? Like you don't stab them in the back. You fight them head on.
Lord Varys.
We are all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery.
Shame you didn't say a prayer for the butcher's son.
Yeah, what the hell are y'all talking about?
I've hoped to meet you for some time, Lord Stark. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
She has, Lord Baelish. I understand you knew my brother Brandon as well.
All too well.
Perhaps you chose the wrong man to duel with.
Well, it wasn't the man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully, a woman worth fighting for. I'm sure you'll agree.
Belongs to you now. Should we begin?
Without the king.
Winter may be coming, but I'm afraid the same cannot be said for my brother.
This dude just literally, he really just be out here just having sex all the time.
Us to stage a tournament in honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King.
I'll have to borrow it. The Lannisters will accommodate, I expect. We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me? Wow. It's 3 million in debt.
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could you let this happen?
Wow.
Finds the money, the king and the hand spend it.
I will not believe Jon Arryn allowed Robert to bankrupt the realm.
Dude, hold on. That is actually nuts. So not only are they conspiring against the throne, the Lannisters, but they also have leverage against the throne because they let them take out this massive debt to them. Oh, that's horrible. Y'all have a big problem on your hands.
But I fear His Grace doesn't always listen.
Counting coppers, he calls it.
He's a bit much. The king's too much.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert.
They said, you don't know how it goes around here, buddy.
Ow, please, it's nearly healed.
Right, tell him shut up, bro. It's already scabbing over.
It's ugly.
Yeah, just like you.
You fought off a direwolf. You're a warrior, like your father.
No, he ain't.
I didn't fight off anything. It bit me, and all I did was scream.
Yeah, there we go.
Stark or sword, both of them.
That's not true. You killed the beast. You only spared the girl because of the love your father bears her.
What did he do?
When Aerys Targaryen sat on the Iron Throne, your father was a rebel and a traitor. Someday, you'll sit on the throne and the truth will be what you make it.
Why are they giving him a skewed reality like this?
She's very beautiful and young. And if you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions and when the time comes to make little princes and princesses.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores. And if you'd rather lie with noble virgins, so be it. You are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
She is insane. She is insane. Oh my gosh. Imagine telling that to your kid.
They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the royal army. We should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown.
And if the Northerners rebel?
I'd crush them. Seize Winterfell and install someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North.
And these 10,000 Northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
Mm-hmm. You've just invaded their homeland. Ask them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
The North cannot be held. Everyone who isn't us. Isn't it?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I figured the type of time that they were gonna be on, bro. So we literally have the Lannisters that's gonna end up trying to go against the Stark. So they're gonna also try to do exactly what they did to his brother and his dad to him, and then go to their land. In addition to the war that the king was talking about with the Dothraki.
I'm practicing.
Practicing.
Arya, stop. He's a liar and a coward.
Get him! Get him, Arya!
The Hound does whatever the prince tells him to do.
You're an idiot.
You're a liar, and if you told the truth, Micah would be alive.
Facts! And on top of that, she had to throw a rock at her dire wolf.
Rather act like a beast than a lady.
Whatever.
Go to your room, we'll speak later.
Come on, bro. Don't only punish one. They both going at each other.
Don't you like it?
I haven't played with dolls since I was 8.
Okay.
May I be excused?
Oh, you've barely eaten a thing.
Wait, this is interesting because I want to know if they know that Jon got her that.
Whose sword is that?
Mine?
How did you get this? Yeah.
This is no toy.
She didn't even rat out Jon too.
Little lady shouldn't play with swords.
I wasn't playing. And I don't want to be a lady. It's called Needle.
Needle. Yep, it's her sewing needle.
To skewer with Needle, your sister. You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Why would you implant that? Yeah, she's trying to get Joffrey, bruh.
I asked Micah to practice with me. It was my fault.
Oh, no. And then she's carrying the burden.
I hate all of them. The
No.
Hound, the Queen and the King.
No cap.
Joffrey and Sansa.
Okay, so it is one of those things where she was kind of weighing her future, whereas they're saying that Arya is too immature and doesn't necessarily know the weight of her words in front of the king. F that, bro. I like that Arya's a rebel, bro. You know, maybe I could conform and do all this other stuff if the truth was told, but for a lie? Nah.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
Asking the real questions.
You were born in the long summer. You've never known anything else. But now winter is truly coming, and in the winter, we must protect ourselves.
Yeah, what does that mean?
After one another. Sansa is your sister.
I don't hate her.
Yeah, he's just annoyed. Facts.
We've come to a dangerous place. We cannot fight a war amongst ourselves.
Real spill. Okay, so in the winter, they have to protect themselves and each other, But what is the reason? What is the origin? Because of the White Walkers?
Stab your sister with it. You better know how to use it.
Teacher! Don't have her in there swinging that thing around by herself. That just does not feel safe, you know?
Oh, my sweet summer child. What do you know about fear?
Okay, y'all gotta tell me a little something. So, okay, so if they're born in the summer, they know, like she just said, they don't know fear. They were born in the safest time of the year. You ought to say it.
Winter, when the snows fall 100 feet deep. Fear
100 feet?
night, when the sun hides for years, and children are born and live and die, all in darkness.
Born and live and die?
The time for fear, my little lord, when the White Walkers move through the woods.
Oh.
Froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts.
They only got 2 seasons.
Smothered their babies rather than see them starve.
Bran, she's telling you the truth.
Darkness, the White Walkers came for the first time. They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses.
Yo.
What are you telling him now?
Only what the little lord wants to hear.
You never fall.
I did, though.
Bran, come on. Adopt Arya's traits.
What Maester Lewin says about my legs.
Wait. Bran's paralyzed? No, hold on. I gotta run that back. Yo, fuck them, dude. Fuck them, dude.
I'd rather be dead.
Imagine hearing that from your brother, your little brother.
We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed?
Cats. Go on. Go upstairs.
You little worm!
Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance?
Ooh.
My little birds are everywhere.
But she didn't even want this stuff to come by bird. How did you get that? The storyteller lady just said, don't listen to the crows. They're liars. And he goes, my birds are everywhere. They whisper the craziest little things. No way that's how he knows that she was on her way, because she left on her own.
There's only one dagger like this in all of the 7 kingdoms. It's mine.
Yours?
At least it was. I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister.
Really? Tyrion got that work on him? Okay, but that still solidifies the fact that they are getting closer, knowing that it is the Lannisters who handled this.
Do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us?
Yes? Oh, he's got that work. Taking up the black. Taking that black sounded crazy. I'm sorry. Oh, he's got hands.
Well, Lord Snow, it appears you're the least useless person here.
A raven from Winterfell this morning.
From Winterfell.
Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife.
I want you to hear what you had to say. Why are we being all cryptic? I thought y'all were friends.
I thought that she'd be safest in here.
Oh, okay.
Several such establishments I own.
You're a funny man. Huh? A very funny man.
That's a big ass hand.
Ned!
It's like, what the hell are you doing in this house?
Throw you over the wall. I wonder how long it'd take you to hit.
I wonder if they'd find you before the wolves did.
Bro, just because y'all ain't got the work, bro? Are you kidding me? And then you gonna gang up on them. So soft.
I'm looking at you. You've got an interesting face.
Everybody knew what this place was, and no one told me. No one but you. My father knew, and he left me to rot at the wall.
And he let me come.
Gren's father left him too, outside a farmhouse when he was 3. Pip was caught stealing a wheel of cheese his little sister hadn't eaten in 3 days.
They hate me because I'm better than they
It's
are.
a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here.
Matt, he has a different experience. He came solely because his dad.
He's like a little brother to me, Ned. He would never betray my trust.
I'll try to keep you alive for her sake. A fool's task, admittedly, but I've never been able to refuse your wife anything.
Bro, why does he say stuff like that? What was their past relationship? As soon as he was introduced, yeah, I would do anything for Cat. Like, yeah, I would love to see her. Like, what?
How could you be so stupid?
Calm down.
He's a child. 10 years old.
Shut the hell up! You did nothing! Yo, she is ridiculous. You were in on it. He saw us! Oh my gosh, wow! What are you gonna do next? Are you kidding me?
He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
Then what are you raving about?
Let me go.
Never. What the hell? You guys are so weird, bro. Oh my gosh.
Littlefinger's right.
Women's intuition, it's in her bones.
And if you find the proof?
Then I bring it to Robert and hope he's still the man I once knew.
So Bran was in a coma for a good minute. That's why his dog got bigger, or the direwolf got bigger.
Kingslayer, get in here. Jaime Lannister, son of the mighty Tywin, forced to mind the door while your king eats and drinks and shits and fucks.
This dude is crazy, bro. Oh my gosh.
What about Aerys Targaryen? What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back? I never asked.
He said the same thing he'd been saying for hours. Burn them all.
Oh, we're back with the Dothraki. Is that how this is supposed to go? The king all the way back here while the queen is back here? Or the Khal and the Khaleesi? I thought bro's name was Khal Drogo the whole time.
The Dothraki don't believe in money. Most of their slaves were given to them as gifts.
From who?
If you rule a city and you see the horde approaching, you have two choices. Pay tribute or fight. Had a good fight in months and need the practice.
Tell them all to stop. Until I command them otherwise.
You're learning to talk like a queen.
Not a queen. A Khaleesi.
Oh, she's gonna play the role, bruh. Yo, until I tell them all to start. Okay, miss. Is she looking for that flower? The ghost flower or something like that? The cover the world with white? Are you kidding me?
You do not command the dragon. I am Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't take orders from savages or their sluts. Do you hear me?
What? Okay, so I already knew that he was this abusive, controlling, weird-ass brother. I already knew that. But he was gonna put a knife to her throat saying, I am the Lord. I don't take orders from the Dothraki or their... What?
Rakaro asked if you want him dead, Khaleesi.
No.
He looked like, why would your brother be doing that? Yeah, good question.
Kill these Dothraki dogs! Shall we return to the Khalasar, Khaleesi?
Yo, so this salty ass guy has to realize he put her in this shitty situation, but it ended up being shittier for him. She's in control. I love it. He looks like no one has ever told him no in his life. You said all those cruel things to your sister, probably did so much more off cam. You clearly purchased the other slaves that bro was talking about, the other dude who he was like, tell him to kill the Dothraki dogs. When he was looking at him, he bought slaves because he was bringing the slaves to buy. You're horrible. Wow. From right there, it looked like it was just a big ass wall of ice, but I've also always wondered, like, in these older like clips of different shows, is what they're wearing really enough to make them perfectly okay? Like, you guys are really warm in that? Why do I feel like there's some weird stuff up with his uncle? Maybe it's just because he's so open.
When you saw it for the first time. I'm leaving this morning.
You're leaving?
There have been disturbing reports.
What kind of reports?
Kind I don't want to believe.
I'm ready. I won't let you down.
Bruh.
You're not going.
You just got here.
You're no ranger, Jon.
But I'm better than every other.
Better than no one.
A
man gets what he earns. When he earns it.
Yeah. Fair game. Fair game. Go ahead and earn it if you want to go out there. I don't know why you'd want to go out there, but y'all gonna laugh in his face.
Benjen, may I call you Benjen?
Tell me what you like.
I'm not sure what I've done to offend you. I have great admiration for the Night's Watch. I have great admiration for you as First Ranger.
You know, my brother once told me that nothing someone says before the word but really counts.
But I don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall.
So go out there and check for yourself.
The difference between us and the wildlings is that when that wall went up, our ancestors happened to live on the right side of it.
You're right.
Okay.
The wildlings are no different from us. A little rougher, maybe, but they're made of meat and bone. I know how to track them and I know how to kill them.
But what about the White Walkers?
Wildlings giving me sleepless nights. You've never been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there.
Okay. So the wildlings are those outside of the wall, whereas the White Walkers are the blue-eyed beasts that we've seen in the first episodes that can take the form of humans, but also can be 7 foot tall, huge things that also have swords.
So, you're heading down to King's Landing too?
Aye. Day after tomorrow.
Let's share the road. I could use some decent company.
At Jaka. At Jahaka.
And now she's learning.
Jahaka. At Jahaka.
Well, you know what? Now I want this girl to not die too.
Yes, Khaleesi.
All the ones that help her out.
What are you doing? When was last time you bleed, Khaleesi?
Stop! No, she's locked in, bro.
Armor.
Bro said steel dresses.
Armor make a man bruised.
How?
The Khaleesi have baby inside her. It is true. She does not bleed for 2 moons. Her belly starts to swell.
That slow zoom, like, wait, so can I get confirmation? They said, wait, are you from Targaryen? What Targaryen? Is he Targaryen?
Don't worry, I'll catch you.
He said, I gotta go elsewhere. I'll catch up. Don't worry about it. No, so he's about to go tell some news. There you go. Teaching him.
So still. Target hit a moving target.
That's another approach for sure.
How many winters have you seen, Lord Tyrion?
8. No. 9.
All of them brief?
Well, they say the winter of my birth was 3 years long, Maester Aemon.
This summer has lasted 9.
Oh.
But reports from the Citadel tell us the days grow shorter. Starks are always right eventually. Winter is coming.
So it's because they're like the northernmost land. They know when the winter's coming.
Dark things will come with it.
We've been capturing wildlings. More every month. They're fleeing south. The ones who flee say they've seen the White Walkers.
Reports say they see mermaids.
One of our own rangers swore he saw them kill his companions. He swore it right up to the moment Ned Stark chopped his head off.
Yep.
The Night's Watch is the only thing standing between the realm and what lies beyond. And it has become an army of undisciplined boys and tired old men.
Yo, it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy when you think of it like that. That is the only thing that is separating the Wildlings and the Night Walkers from entering all of those regions. So does that mean that the Night's Watch is entirely like looped around like a wall, like a, you know, like think Attack on Titan, like literally a wall around the nations? Or is it literally only at that point and that's it?
We can't man the other castles on the wall. We can't properly patrol the wilderness. We've barely enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed.
Your sister sits by the side of the king. Tell her we need help.
But nobody wants to do the Night Watch.
Gods help us all if we're not ready.
Even OG saying it, bro. It's cooked. There's already a baby in her. They cuddled up.
Anna. Sekenesa.
This guy, dude. Oh my gosh. He couldn't do that anywhere else. It had to be off the side of the wall.
I'm sorry to see you leave.
And after he heard what he heard,
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him.
Oh.
Never walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, and there was also some dialogue that made it seem as if Tyrion knew that his brother and his sister were on that weird-ish at that table.
You are late, boy. Tomorrow you will be here at midday.
Who are you?
Your dancing master, Sirio Forel.
Hey, okay. So they arranged for her to learn. How good. So is it because they generally train people that are guys, like boys, for warriors and stuff, that he's going to continue to call her boy? Or is it because he actually does think that they are, that Arya is a boy?
It's not a great sword that is needing 2 hands to swing it.
It's too heavy.
It is heavy as it needs to be to make you strong.
And then you'll be really fast with the other sword.
1 hand is all that is needed. Turn your body side face. Yes, you are skinny. That is good. The target is smaller. Now the grip, let me see.
And she could be fast.
Yes. The grip must be delicate. The steel must be part of your arm. Can you drop part of your arm? No.
Huh.
You must listen to me, boy.
I'm a girl.
Boy, girl, you.
You are a sword. I like that. So why don't you call her sword?
You are not holding a battle axe. You are holding
a needle.
Ah. Just so. This is not the dance of the Westeros we are learning. The knight's dance. Hacking and hammering. This is...
I'm a little nervous.
The water dance.
Oh.
It is swift and sudden. All men are made of water.
This is kind of crazy. You just, yeah, this is how you hold it. All right, let's dance now.
The water leaks out and they die.
Okay.
Strike.
If you call that water. Oh, he's got that loose formation. I like it. I want to see more of this. Dead. Oh, I like this. So there are some decent people inside of the Capitol. I wonder what he truly thinks about his daughter possibly becoming a knight. Yeah. It's like, what am I supporting the idea of my daughter going through the mess of war that I experienced and being traumatized and possibly risking her life every single day that she is out at war? Either way, I think one of my favorite scenes with this episode was definitely the scene with Daenerys and her brother. I think also another scene that was quite tough was the scene with Bran and the lady who was telling the story. And then also, of course, this final scene here with Arya learning how to fight. It's a lot of names, dude. Come on, I told you guys, names, faces, it's a little tough for me, okay? All right, y'all, I got me my notebook together, okay? Let me know what you guys thought as you watch this episode along. I think that would help a bunch. So first, I'd like to say, with the Mad King, did they clarify why he had Ned's brother and his dad killed? I do understand the aspect of it's like a knight's thing. You're not supposed to stab somebody in the back, but first off, you stabbed the king in its back. Like, it just kind of shows the character of that Lannister. And for him to go, like, would it have made you admire me more if I stabbed him in the front? I kind of feel like yes. I also like to say was the fact that Jaime and all the soldiers, they said 500 or so soldiers did nothing. They sat in silence. But is it that they all, like, that whole room really did believe in that? Or is that simply because, like, nobody's gonna stand up to a king? Also, with the power thing, I'm not too familiar with kings' politics. Like I said, I've never watched a medieval show, and I rarely watch things with kings and queens and stuff, but I am definitely surprised to see that Joffrey's lame ass actually did have some type of ideas, I guess, with what he would do once he is king. And it does also show that Cersei, she is cooking that boy all across the board. I don't like how they were reinforcing his world, and she was like telling him what the actual thing happened just because he's a prince, and it's just really annoying, and we see that. And it also makes a really weird conversation where it kind of feels like she's focusing a lot on her brother and the kid. You know, it kind of just feels the way that she's talking to him. It's like, it's just weird. It's just weird energy going on between there. And now that I know that you have this weird stuff going on with you and your brother, like I'm scared for the future. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering in that scene where Ned gave her the doll, you know, it seemed like he went through something to get that doll, right? And I'm just wondering, is she lying about the doll? Because she still seems pretty young, because she wants to seem so mature, sell the idea of being ready for the marriage, being ready, of getting ready to take care of the throne. But it kind of seemed like from the beginning, I remember I asked, I was like, why does she look so angry? You know, it felt like she was angry as soon as she was there. And I don't know if it was because she was angry looking at her dad. So I don't know if he's been like absent, because I mean, he was away for what, 17 years or something like that, right? That Kat said something about 17 years. Also, the two guys in the brothel, I don't really know their names. I know that it's probably important for me to know their names. Both of them were actually in that room, right? With the council of the small claims and stuff. So, because one, why were they calling him Littlefinger? I don't know if they were cooking his pecker or what, but it like made me like wonder, why were they calling him Littlefinger? And then also they said that the skinnier guy fought for Kat. Why are we skipping past that? He fought for Kat and that was his dagger. And she having the nerve to say, oh, he's like a brother to me. Oh, like, bro, no. And he's just looking at her like, yo, in front of Ned, he don't give a damn. He is in love with Kat. And that's just weird, bro. So it's like, I don't know how that relationship is gonna work. There's so many characters, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm gonna just say, I don't think that Tyrion is guilty. I don't think that he is a bad guy. I feel like he's innocent. So that means that I will then go to the expectation that his siblings are trying to set him up or frame him, because it seems like those two twins are kind of just like they said, they only care about each other and Joffrey. I think they view Tyrion as a threat. He seems smart, he seems aware, and he also is a smart ass. And that means that they also look down on him the same way that Tyrion foreshadowed in episode 1 or 2 when he was talking to Jon about the bastards and how they view, the king views dwarfs as a bastard as well, might as well not be his son. Another thing, very interesting in these times, is that these seasons are long as hell, which I guess is why people are probably calling me and other new people watching the show sweet summer child, because we're so innocent. We don't know anything that is bad that the winter entails. We've never experienced a winter. So I think that's actually pretty cool that the lore like that is seeping out into the fandom and throwing that like intrigue of like, why am I being called this? You know, I think it added to me wanting to watch another episode. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. Also, I don't really like the idea of Daenerys like being booed up with Drogo like this. Honestly, it sucks. Maybe it's a coping mechanism. Maybe it's a point of a bigger plan, but just seeing them like be all cuddled up and booed up and actually talking to each other, and she's really learned Dothraki and like having conversations and giving this man kisses, I'm not rocking with it, bro. It just doesn't seem right. Lastly, Tyrion, and the scene with him peeing off the wall was great. But also, I don't think that his siblings are gonna give much of a damn about the Night's Watch. Like I said, everybody seems to kind of look down on it for some reason, even though now that they've kind of showed the importance of the Night Watch even more, they're the reason why y'all are able to live safe. They only have 1,000 people left, you know, to stop them from crossing that wall, I guess. And who knows the day where they cross that wall, or the day where they kill all the freaking Night's Watch soldiers and now they just try to climb the wall. They might just be able to climb that wall with their hands. You never know. So I think it's gonna be very interesting, bro. But either way, I appreciate you guys so much for watching and listening to the conversation at the end of this video, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video down below and all that good stuff, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna try, if we're gonna continue the show, I will try to get ahead on the Patreon so that I can start to send these videos out early, make sure that they get edited. But I definitely don't want to rush the show, and I definitely don't want to overwhelm myself with like binging too much. So if you guys see some episodes of Game of Thrones here earlier this week, just know I'm trying to kind of like get ahead of myself so that I can start to get back to my normal programming and continue to like move on with the show at my own pace, and then also still give you guys videos on YouTube and Patreon at a decent space as well. So either way, I appreciate you guys greatly, man. Much love. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Peace out.